I used to work at a comic book shop when I was younger. Best job ever. And so I was exposed to some pretty awesome stuff. And some pretty unfamily friendly stuff too. And now being a guy with 3 boys, I can understand some parents' concerns with what to expose their kids to. I've seen it too many times in my life where parents are over strict with their kids, not letting them play games, watch movies, experience life while under their protection. I've also seen often these same kids break free from their parents' control and then lose their minds.
What? What the?
Go crazy and get themselves in serious trouble. They've been sheltered for their own good for so many years that by the time they're old enough to make decisions for themselves, they only choose things that are the complete opposite of the way they were raised. So do I put this on the kids? Well, they're the ones that make the final decisions. But I put this on the parents that blocked them from the real world and told them that things like games, movies, and certain life experiences were wrong. I was raised to think anything not mom approved was from El Diablo. The irony of me introducing a game to my kids with the same name isn't lost. And for the most part, I'm good with things like this, but in this instance, was my mom right? Is a game like Diablo Immortal something to keep my kids away from for their own protection? Or more importantly, my wallet's protection? So I did it. I let my kids play Diablo Immortal. We're a PC crew, so it was easy enough. We're also veterans of Diablo 3's couch co-op, so this wasn't anything new. What was new was the issues that came to us when we hit a wall that felt like we weren't going to progress unless we started paying for it. Now granted, it's a free game, so when you've got 3 boys, I've got to be very sure that the game's worth it if I'm going to buy 4 copies. Oh man, sometimes it sucks to be a parent. But when it came to this game, I already told my boys that we weren't spending a dime unless we all felt it was worth it. So as crazy as it sounds, we enjoyed the free game for what it was. It was okay. Nothing groundbreaking, just okay. They all felt this way due to the similarities of Diablo 3. Though it did have a more MMO feel to it with all the other players around. So in light of that, I felt we didn't need to spend money on this game. And that's when I started noticing the frustrations in my boys, and the crap loot, and the epic gear you'd see others wearing. Here we were, grinding the game out, while others are just dropping money to get ahead, and getting far ahead. And don't even get me started on the PvP, because that was just painful. And it was at this point that I figured I'd have to talk to them about things like game addiction, dopamine hits, and how companies use psychology to manipulate people into spending money. Unlike this channel that won't seek to manipulate you into subscribing for more stories of a gamer raising more gamers or booping that like button, but it'd sure be nice. Now sure, Diablo Immortal has monetization, like so many others that we play. But this one took the cake. So instead of shielding my boys from this shameful gambling simulator, I figured we'd do it together. We can have some fun, learn some stuff, and see how bad this game really is. And boy, oh boy, is it really bad. And that's when the irony of playing this Blizzard game happened. The irony spelled out in the StarCraft 2 trailer Legacy back in 2017.
Dad, I'm getting wrecked. Can't I buy some stronger units?
Buy units? Your grandfather didn't give his life just so his grandson could pay money to be good at something.
That didn't age well. But you already know that. I don't need to get into the way that it manipulates people. But what I will get into is the way it affected my boys, and I'm sure others with less self-control and accountability. Video game addiction is real, and if kids are left to their own devices, it creates problems. Manipulating dopamine hits is real as well. The psychology is actually quite simple to achieve this. The hits of dopamine don't come when you get a chest in this game, or from the loot in that chest. It actually comes from the moment in between, the moment after you get the chest and before you see the loot inside. It comes when you click the button to open it. You hear the noise, perhaps feel the rumble in the controller, and you feel the exhilaration of what might be. That's what people get hooked to. And more nefarious, companies mimic over and over to keep them hooked. I felt it. My boys have felt it. And to be honest, it feels amazing. So seeing the problem that this game has outside of all the other crap, it's pretty obvious. Hit level 30, and further along in the end game, it's completely unavoidable. So maybe my mother was right. Maybe Diablo Immortal is filled with El Diablo. But I'm glad I was able to share this with my boys, if for nothing else to show them how awful some games can be and how easy it is to be manipulated. I wouldn't consider myself a bad parent on this one. Using games like this as a tool to teach them about the real world, some games just suck. Some games have some of these systems and they're okay. The big thing for me is being able to take them on this ride, showing them firsthand how bad game design looks like and letting them experience this for themselves. No regrets. Well, maybe some regrets. Man, how will I get my time back from this turd? Okay, boys, let's go to the comic book shop.